Ishank. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, ma'am. As you said, my name is M. Ishank. I am from Mysuru district of Karnataka. So I have done my graduation in electrical and electronics engineering from JSS Science and Technology University, Mysuru. And currently I'm preparing for banking examinations. And this is the first banking exam that I've been qualified and providing the interview here.
All right. And what are your hobbies, Yashank?
Yes, ma'am. Like basically, my hobbies are watching web series and cooking, ma'am.
Okay. All right. What do you cook? What do you like to cook?
Ma'am, I'm good in cooking non-vegetarian, ma'am. Like chicken biryani or any side dishes.
Okay. All right. And which was the latest? Which is the latest web series that you've seen or watched on Netflix?
Yes, ma'am. I watched Panchayat season 2 in Amazon Prime, ma'am.
Panchayat 2. Okay. And who was playing the lead role?
Ma'am, his name is Jitendra Kumar, ma'am, commonly called as Jitu.
Okay. All right. So, can you give a little background, like family background?
Yes, ma'am. Like currently, I live with my mother, and she's a retired private school teacher. And my father was working as a deputy scientific officer in Karnataka State Pollution Control Board, but at presently he is no more, ma'am.
Oh, so sorry. All right, Yashank, why do you want to join banking? Like your mother, you don't want to become a teacher or any other profession. Why only banking and why RRB?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'll for the question why banking, ma'am. So when I was in my 6th semester, the COVID had started, and during that time, I did not have much interest to my technical subjects. But at the same time, I started reading newspapers, and during that time, there was a hell lot of economic and financial news that was spreading each and around each and every corner of the newspaper. So I started looking into the meanings of each and a term present in the Google, and while googling all the terms, and then I got to know the importance of the banking and the role of RBI, etc. So after that, I got to know in the recommendation itself there is a specific exam for these banking conducted by IBPS, and the vacancies are very good and the exams are regular. So I thought of giving it a go, and I prepared sincerely for this banking examinations, ma'am.
Why RRB? Why a rural bank? Why not somewhere in the city?
Yes, ma'am. I understand. So, like in my childhood days, like when I used to go to my grandmother's house in the village, it was in a proper village. So I used to see the financial dealings, and I also used to go with my grandmother to the regional rural banks present there also. So I used to see the dealings, and at that time, my grandmother was also telling me to get a suitable job or the positions inside these kind of banks, and to get well settled. So this was one of the reasons, and the second reason is that my understanding towards the village side, and all, since the RRBs are much concentrated in the village and the rural areas, so my understanding and the communication that I can make to considering all the factors, so that I can attract more number of people in the rural areas, and to increase the financial inclusion. So these are the main reasons for me selecting RRBs now.
What challenges do you think, Yashank, you'll face when you will be placed in an RRB?
Challenges is like the literacy rate is a bit less as compared to the urban places. So making them understand regarding the different aspects of anything, it can be related to any financial matters. So making them understand can be the major challenge in the rural banks, ma'am.
Are you comfortable with the Hindi language?
Ma'am, I can manage, ma'am.
But how will you manage if you're posted in some other state apart from yours, and you'll have to speak local Hindi or local language? How will you manage that?
Yes, ma'am. Like currently, I have applied for the state of Karnataka in RRB. So if the placement is in Karnataka, then it's well and good, ma'am. But if it is apart from Karnataka and other state also, I am comfortable in managing with the local people to speak in Hindi, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Ishank, what is the risk-weighted asset? What is risk-weighted?
Sorry,
Risk-weighted asset. Risk-weighted asset.
Yes, sir. Sir, for example, yes, sir, I understand. So, sir, risk-weighted asset is nothing but the assets which are in risk. For example, when the NPAs turn into different stages of assets, like a substandard or the doubtful assets, there will be some kind of risk that will be associated negotiated with each and every bank. So whenever we take the amount of risk that is present in collecting the loans that the bank has provided, it is.
Yeah.
So tell me, what will we do if you appoint or recruit in this region? How will you manage?
Yes, sir. As I said, sir, like there are various ways that we can attract people. It can be both in the rural or the urban areas. So in your rural areas, the trust building is the first thing that we need to build. Second is the quality of the service that we provide, and the information will spread like wildfires between the people in the villages. So if we provide quality services to the people, they will keep on recommending it to the other villages and other people inside their community itself. So it increases the footfall in the banking also. So these challenges can be faced using the normal philosophical factors.
Okay, I will give you an example. Like, सर आप मेरा अकाउंट ओपन कर दीजिए. आप कैसे करोगे? किस तरीके से आप मैनेज करोगे? और वो बंदा जो है इंग्लिश भी नहीं जानता है और आपको नॉर्थ रीजन में, चूंकि आरआरबी पीओ है, तो स्टेट का तो कुछ होता ही नहीं है. करेक्ट?
जी सर. Yes
तो
sir, yes sir. Sir, it's simple sir. Like मैं उसको बोलूंगा कि आपका मुझे KYC करना चाहिए, इसीलिए मुझे आपका आधार कार्ड, पैन कार्ड और रिलेवेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए, और मैं उसको देख लेकर उसको मैं मेरा एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म दूंगा फिल करने के लिए. अगर उसको फिल करने के लिए नहीं आया अभी, मैं उसको हेल्प कर दूंगा, नहीं तो सम अदर एजुकेटेड पर्सन्स को मैं बोलूंगा इसको हेल्प करने के लिए, और सभी डॉक्यूमेंट्स लेने के बाद मैं उसको हेल्प करूंगा सर अकाउंट ओपन करने के लिए.
जी यशांक.
Okay.
Yes sir.
Yashank will give you a quick feedback. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I think you will be able to adapt with the language, because I just saw that when sir asked you a question, you immediately in Hindi adapted to the Hindi
Yes.
language, right? So that's okay. That's a good thing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Also maintain your smile, Yashank. Whenever you're answering something, don't sound and don't look so serious. Okay. Otherwise, it seems as if that the person is very nervous or anxious and is not confident, at all. Otherwise, I mean, it is actually the opposite. You seem quite confident. Okay, but do maintain a little smile
Yes.
on your face. Okay. Then when you talk about your hobbies,
Well, actually, it's online mode, ma'am. That's why, I'm not getting adjustable to this camera.
it was the COVID time, and if you had to give an online interview, you can't have an excuse that because it's online and I'm not so aware of the technology and blah blah, I can't have excuses. So maintain your usual self. Don't get nervous that it's an interview and I'm being judged by somebody. So that should not come in your mind. Just treat the other person as a normal human being. They are no monsters sitting across. Yeah. Apart from that, so when you talk about your hobbies, why we ask this question is because we want to see how passionate the other person is. Am I hiring a very usual kind of candidate, or am I hiring somebody who's enthusiastic about things around him? So if I talk about my hobbies, my eyes will immediately light up. That I like to travel, I like to meet with people, and I like to eat different kind of food and whatnot. So my eyes will immediately light up because this is something that I'm interested in. So that should also be one of those points. I mean, you should look confident, you should also look interested in the job, right? If the person is
Sure.
following his or her interest or hobbies in a certain way, in the similar way, that person will also be be able to complete his job, because that's his interest. So that's what I wanted to give you as a feedback.
Yashank, I asked only one question, risk-weighted assets. That is very tough question in financial part, and you delivered a very good way, and you delivered a very proper way. So I think your banking awareness is very good, and your delivery point is very good. Okay, so I think you should go ahead, and best of luck from my side.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Best.
Thank you.
Thank you.